Good day, everyone. Alice here from Safi Financial Network. Today is August 17, 2023. Here is S&P 500 daily chart. So we had another downtick today. Pretty sharp sell-off the whole entire session, I should say. And market just getting into this demandish area or pivotal point. Still, volume is light. Today, volume got better, just 83 million for SPY, which is S&P 500 ETF. Still not that decent, above 100 million, which is a pretty important level for me. But all in all, market just show more sell-off is coming down. And to be honest, it's kind of like very, very aggressive. No one expect that this sell-off is happening. Everyone just looking for this as like a pivotal point. I was looking for, to be honest, this sell-off initiated, but not this time of August. I thought that we will have a bounce and then coming down again for September, October. But seems like for September, October, we will have more volatile time. So just be careful about this as long as we are into this bearish momentum. So don't bet on the long side. For short term, yeah, you can just take a trade, but for the long term, still we need to have some confirmation from market. And right now, market is just on fire sell, and it goes to my important level, which is 43.64 to 43.27. So right now, we should see kind of like a reaction. I should say this reaction could be a bounce or kind of like a sizable rally to here to this area. Then we can see another sell-off initiated down the road in September, October. So still this formation, this bottoming formation can be an opportunity for aggressive traders. I should say you will get a more decent rally of this. But to be honest, I'm going to just short the market here when we get to the decent level. And I'm just, to be honest, waiting for that one. Still looking for a setup. So it's better to have a cash on the side for a long term, for the long setup and short setup. It's going to be valuable when you have a cash, so you can just get into the trade pretty nicely. Moving on to Nasdaq, which was kind of like the leader for a sell-off today. Still after market, it just go down. So this is a weekly chart. Let me go to early chart. Sorry, daily chart. So daily chart is pretty oversold right now. So it's just ripping to the downside. And there is no, to be honest, there is no bounce. I thought that we are getting into a bounce to this area, but seems like market didn't pay attention. So this week we will have option expiry for the months of August. So probably this sell-off just continuing all the way to here for a decent level that I'm just looking for, which is 14,200 to 14,400. Then we can see decent bounce to this area. So we will see how it goes. But again, decent bounce could be another selling opportunity. Until October, September finished, I'm not getting into a long-term position. I'm just looking for trades. And even for the short setup, for the next rally, you can just take a benefit out of it. And we have this trend line. I know this trend line is not that accurate just because it doesn't have symmetry. It is accurate, but it doesn't have symmetry. So when we have like this third touch here with this distance, so compared to this one, it doesn't have enough symmetry. So that's why I'm just getting into a short setup, because I know that we will have a reaction to this, but probably this trend line will be broken to the downside, and market just to find a bottom here somewhere around here, which is going to be very, very important pivotal point. So if you just zoom back here, you will see here, this is August top, this is a breakout. So I'm just looking for a back test to here for the next rally to the upside. So we will see how it goes. Moving on to US 30, which was kind of like a better index compared to the other one, but still it just formed a very, very bearish momentum to the downside. So US 30, I believe it goes down to a nice level for the long position, at least for traders. We can see some setup here, here, and also here. This is kind of like the breakout level for the market for the US 30. Right now, we are just getting into this 34, right now. Let's see how it closes. Okay, it closes now. So 34,463. That's the level for today. I think we can go another dip down to 34. 34,100. So 34,100. So that's going to be the level for a bounce, a possible bounce to here, at least to test this high. So we will see how it goes for US 30. As I said, indicator wise, we are very, very oversold. So we are just due for bounce. US 30 based on the pattern, especially weekly pattern. If you just look at the weekly pattern here, so it's in a better shape. I know this week was pretty ugly, but this ugly week can get into this demandish area. So this demand consolidation demand area could be a nice back test. And still, this demand is very, very valid just because this demand break out this head and shoulder to the upside. So it just formed a bull flag here, but this bull flag failed to the downside. So we will see how it goes. If it goes to, as I said, 34,100 to 34,200, that's going to be the level that I'm just looking for a decent bounce here, at least 8 to 900 to the upside. So we'll see how it goes. Moving on to individual names, starting with yield. Yield had a negative day today, so yield is coming down, but it doesn't give enough momentum to treasuries. So still in this bullish consolidation, and yield is just forming for probably another pop next week. So next week we will have Jay Powell's speech, Jackson Hole Symposium. So probably they're going to just back up the market a bit, but I don't think they're going to just talking about a pivot or even rate cut or something like that. So they're just still concerning about the job market, and he will be still concerning about the economy in overall. But right now, yield is just forming a bullish consolidation above this triangle breakout, and possible scenario can take out this high, a nominal high here to 5.20%, which is gonna be very, very scary just because lots of people just tie the mortgage here. Interest for lots of businesses is going to be just skyrocketing to the upside, and probably lots of bankruptcies coming down the road in early 2024. Even last quarter of this year would be probably ugly last quarter for lots of businesses. Treasuries just had a doji bar here, so it just got into this important pivotal point. I know I'm just telling you about the bottom information here, somewhere around here, but unfortunately this didn't work out, fell to the downside, and it goes down to backtest this area. Still, this could be a kind of like a bigger picture for a bottom information, but TLT treasuries, if you just zoom back here to the monthly chart, let me just go to monthly chart. I just want to show you something pretty neat. So this is your monthly chart. And as you see here, Treasury is at very, very low level compared to last year. So here is since 2023, here is 2003. So for 20 years, Treasury just goes back all the way to top of the market in 2003, 2005. And here's the breakout for the Great Recession. So I'm just looking for something like this, kind of like a spike to the upside, and that spike could be pretty sharp movement, and no one is expecting that one, because for these candles, look at that. So, and also this one as well. So this is COVID crash. So if we are just looking for kind of like a misery in the market, so we can see kind of like this one spiking all the way up to here to 120. But I'm not sure this happens next day, next week or so, but for the long term, this is going to be very, very important pivotal point. I'm not going to be seller at this level. If you want to be a seller at this level, I think you're just selling your treasuries at the bottom. So we will see how it goes. This is very, very important, 80 to 90. That is very, very important level. So lots of pivotal points based on the monthly chart, and we will see how it goes. But right now, treasury is at kind of like a 20 years bottom here. So I'm not just looking for as a daily chart, I'm just looking for a monthly chart. And monthly chart tells me that this pattern, if this pattern forms, we will head into recession, and treasury can just spike up all the way to 120 to 134. So we will see how it goes. Gold is coming down today, just a doji bar, just a $3.11. Nothing bad, nothing good, just to hold up pretty well for here. I think still gold can go down all the way to 1860. So 1860 could be kind of like the bottom information. Still, we can get a bounce probably, but 80-60, that would be kind of like the sharp spike to the upside, and probably this is going to be the high for gold at a very, very short term, and probably this is going to be a bigger reverse head and shoulder at top here. So we'll see how it goes, but I think gold is just heading down to 1860, then we can just find a bottom there. Crude just a optic today, nicely reacting to this 78.95. So this level is very important just because we had previous breakout here. If we just stretch this one. So we had this previous breakout here, back test, and coming down here. So crude needs to get back to this area, but I think a crude needs to consolidate here more in a very, very bigger bull flag for a next rally to the upside. So probably that's going to be a short-term or minor top for crude for now, but this can be kind of like a buying opportunity, but we need to give time to crude. So still can go higher at this level. Moving on to VIX, VIX just a spike up to the upside and nicely 6% to the upside. So VIX has been bottom here. So any pullback here, I think it should be a buying opportunity for VIX to get higher. So we will see how it goes. There's nothing wrong with charts. So VIX tells us there are lots of troubles down the road for stock market. DXY just coming down 9 cents today, still holding up pretty well. This bullish consolidation can form another spike to the upside. I'm not sure if it gets above this, but at the same time, if this bullish consolidation failed, just because this trend line is just triggered a downside move for Dixie. So I think we need to get a very, very sharp reversal to the downside. Then we can just confirm this is going to be a sell-off all the way to here, which is coming along, to be honest, with gold price action, stock market price action. Because if Dixie goes down, that's going to just cool down pressure off the stock market and gold and bond as well at the same time. So we'll see how it goes. Moving on to magma, which is coming down pretty nicely. So it can go all the way down to 1000 area, and this 1000 area could be kind of like the buying opportunity. So we'll see if this one goes down here, then bouncing back up, or just consolidating for a deeper correction. But 1000 area for magma is going to be very, very foreseeable price action down the road. Apple just break down to here, especially after hours, it goes more to the downside. So Apple is giving us a good buying opportunity. I should say any bounce could be a sell. I'm just looking for Apple in this area. So 156 to 160, that's going to be the buying level for Apple. Just sit tight, stay tuned. When it gets there, we will be buyer of Apple. Amazon, $9 down. So Amazon can go down to here to just get a support from this consolidation area. Meta, $9 down. So Meta just goes below this pivotal point, which initiate this high. So whenever we see this price action, this means any pullback could be a sell. And possible scenario is going to be 240 to 250, 244. That's going to be the scenario. Microsoft at $3 down today. So Microsoft, even after market, goes worse. So this is going to be some kind of like a 300 area. Could be kind of like a hiccup for Microsoft, but ultimately I'm looking for sub $300 for this stock. Google just had a nice uptick today, all the way up, but the sellers took control. Last hour of the session, it goes all the way down here. This is Gravestone Doji at the top. So Google can fail this consolidation. If it fails, it can go all the way down to here to 115 to 116, which is going to be one of the most valuable stock, to be honest. Netflix coming down 3%. This head and shoulder triggers to the downside. As I told you, if it triggers, it's going to just spike down pretty sharply, and it's going to be a good trade for option traders. It goes to this demand area, bounce could be a sell. Tesla just coming down, even after market, Tesla goes down another $3, so 216. And I believe Tesla can go all the way down to here to back test this trend line, especially this breakout and even lower here. So this gap could be kind of like a 190 to 200. That's going to be the area for Tesla, or even lower. That would be a great buying opportunity. But right now, just to sit on the side and just chase up, just look at the price goes down, don't chase it up the price. Semiconductors, they were pretty weak today. So I know that I got into AMD and NVIDIA short position. I got to profit actually on AMD short position put option. That was fantastic for our subscribers, just a more than 100% in our option. And that was pretty sweet, just a 3 days trade, 100%. That was solid, decent one. And I'm just looking for, to be honest, I was looking for a bounce to get back to the short position, because still I'm looking for semis are getting hammered, and that would be kind of like a buying opportunity, not right now. So still I'm on the side raising my cash, just very, very small trades on the short side that can just accumulate more cash for me, and we will get to the long position when it's the time. Not right now. SOX coming down. So as I said yesterday, SOX goes here below this engulfing, so that's going to be a leader for SMH as well. So just be careful. TSM coming down 14%. Another bearish consolidation. TSM can go down all the way to $80. AMD sharp sell off to the downside. Even after hours, it goes down to 103. So AMD can hit to 101 for the first target as like a supporting case. Nvidia coming down 433, just $1.44. Still better than the other one, but Nvidia, I think the top is there, folks. So Nvidia can just see a more sell-off coming down. If we didn't have earning announcement next week, I would short it with option as well. I didn't, just because in option you can see a spike then coming down, and option gets worthless. So I didn't. I just got into AMD, but Nvidia can be a very, very good potential move for the downside, which bring SMH pretty hardly to the downside, and Nasdaq as well. TXN, Texas Instrument, is coming down to just a doji bar, sorry. Gravestone doji hold up pretty well, but this bearish consolidation can goes all the way down to here, even taking out this pivotal point. Lamb Research, $2.27 up, but bearish consolidation, this one can go all the way down to here as well. XLF financials, they're just coming down sharply. So XLF can go all the way down to here, I should say. They're not in a good shape, and we should see a bottom formation here. Other than that, I'm just gonna be kind of like watching this stock, this ETF, sorry, for the financial spider in overall, but this can be a bottoming formation here around $33. So let's see how it goes. KBE, 4 cents to the downside. Not a bad price action. KRE actually was pretty solid, nothing. So seems like these ones are getting into a very, very important support here, but not the whole entire session. This JP Morgan, so JP Morgan coming down, still it can go all the way down to here. So I should say JP Morgan can go all the way down to here for kind of like a decisive moment for the market. Right now it's at 148, 144. That's going to be a possible scenario. Goldman Sachs, $1.59 to the downside. Bank of America, 1 cent to the downside. Even worse after market. Wells Fargo coming down, and after hours as well. So moving on to the gold miners, they're coming down, but not that aggressive. So because gold price was okay, GDX just 22 cents down, GDXJ 21 cents down. AEM ended up positive. Just the bullish Harami shows some sign of life here, but I don't know if it's gonna just last forever or not. Newmont 37 cents up. So Newmont just got a better price action, just because this is a very, very important decisive pivot for Newmont. This pivot initiated this rally, so that's why market just got reacted to this level. We'll see how it goes. Franco Nevada, ugly setup. So this is kind of like a head and shoulder. This head and shoulder can go all the way down to here to this gap. So we'll see how it goes. Gold barrick as well. This one triggers head and shoulder to the downside. You can take out this pivotal point. Gold barrick can go all the way down to here, I should say. This is very, very important area for gold barrick here. Let me just see. $13 to $14. So that's going to be the area for Barrick Gold. Moving on to the last sector for today, energy. XLE, a spider energy, just like a doji bar here, shooting a star on the top, and $4 to the upside, but I don't think that's gonna just happen. Um, sorry, that's not gonna be the case for the positive case if you want to make. So this can um, form kind of like a consolidation or even break down to here before a next rally. So I'm just looking for kind of like a consolidation corrective move to here. As I said, in a crude as well, XOP $2 to the upside, OIH $1.18 down. So OIH just heading to the downside. If it engulfs this pivotal point, can go all the way down to 310. Exxon, not a bad price action after 2 days hard sell-off, just a pick up today, but I don't think it's going to last for a long time. Needs to have more consolidation here. Chevron $1.12 to the upside, Oxy 61 cents upside, and Rig just a 10 cents downside. But Rig can head down to here as well to this area, so we'll see how it goes. I think I covered everything. If you like this video, please smash the like button, subscribe to our channel, and have a good one. See you on the chart. Bye-bye.